Right now, I want to welcome Cash to the show. We'll get started with a song whenever you're ready, and then we will be talking more in just a moment. Welcome to KXCI.
Thanks for having me, Hannah. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Whenever you're ready.
Let's go, Pike. You ready? Hey, this song's called No Heart in the Art. Yeah. Check me out. What's up, KXCI? Trying to get some rest, but I can't calm the brain. Trying to do my best, you can't say the same. They really meant that, but they tell you they playing. And I don't know about you, but we don't play them games. See, I'm comfortable in my skin. Homecoming wanna do me in. Don't tell me you my brother. You ain't show me you my friend. Paid attention to them signs. Let the sun and move these blinds. These hate gon' be disguised. The truth outweigh the lies. Gotta get up out your comfort. Make sure you make your bed. Regrets come back to haunt you. We live amongst the dead. They thoughts are slow and shallow. They the smartest in the room. Turned into a fun guy as soon as I ate them shrooms. These cats put no heart in they art and it shows. Take it all in from the highs and the lows. Is it really worth it? What's the cons? What's the pros? When you know the author, you know how the story goes. Hey. If I'm saying something wrong, let me know. What's up, KXCI? Yeah. This rap that made me paranoid. Looking to fill this empty space and I can't fill the void. Working so hard for your future right now you can't enjoy. Your purpose on this earth to build and not destroy. Tell me I'm lying. Learn to remove the emotion and put all your feelings aside. Okay, you learn what you learn, now show me how you gonna apply. It makes no sense to you right now, but it will when I die. And when it come to respect, make sure that you willing to ride. Love, you willing to ride for this? You willing to die for this? You can't get out of this. Nah, you can't get out of this. You can't. These cats with no heart in they art and it shows. Take it all in from the highs and the lows. Is it really worth it? What's the cons? What's the pros? When you know the author, you know how the story goes. Hey, yeah. No Heart in the Art, Man of the House. Dropped April 26th. Y'all get a chance, check it out. Hey.
You've been listening to Cash Lansky live on the home stretch on KXCI. We are broadcasting from Hotel Congress and here celebrating and sharing space with Cash in recognition of his new album, Man of the House, out on Mellow Music. The vinyl will be dropping formally on June 17th. Again, welcome to the show, Cash. It's so great to have you here.
Hannah, it's like an honor to be in here. Just to let you know, like I walk past this thing all the time and I always be like, I want to go in there. So to be here today is a blessing.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's really, we've been talking about doing this for a while and it's about time.
Awesome.
So before we get back into music, I want to get a little bit more background on who you are as an artist, and also before we talk about the new record, which I want to talk about as well.
Okay.
But Tucson is home now, but it's not where you were born and raised. And I always feel like geography certainly influences the shape of where artists go, and that's true of music, literature, painting, whatever. Can you speak a little bit to me about where you grew up and how that started factoring its way into your love of music and your interest in making music?
Yeah. I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I left there in 1991 and moved to Anchorage, Alaska. I lived up there for about 9 years or 8 years, and then I moved to Tucson in 99. My love for music came from my grandmother and my mother. I mean, just playing soulful music as a kid. You know, I've been around music my whole life. Since I can remember, I've always heard music playing at our house at all times. And, you know, once I started getting into, like, writing, I think I was writing poetry first before I started, like, writing raps. And I had a cousin who introduced me into recording and beat making and all that. And once I seen the process of that, I fell in love with the process of creating music, being able to express yourself, you know, in a certain way that is authentic to yourself. And yeah, so we're here today, and I just fell in love with the whole process of creating music. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much.
So you like the craft side as much as the expression,
The craft
the
side,
nuts and bolts of
yeah, and I like the performance part of it.
Yeah.
That's probably like my favorite. If anybody has ever seen me perform before, I take a lot of pride in the performance part of it. That's where the fun and the magic happens. That's where people get like the true feeling of what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and as they should. You are no shrinking wallflower, I must say. I saw you at Hoko Fest, and you were extraordinary.
That was so fun.
So at this point in history, with hip hop being a 50-year-old genre, it means many different things. It can take many different shapes. Your creative colleague here, Pike Romero, can testify to that as someone behind the Tucson Hip-Hop Festival, and always interested in illuminating whether it was dance or graffiti art or hip-hop itself. It seems to me that as a genre, it can also have a few different narratives. It can be about truth-telling of the world around you, and it can also be truth-telling about the world inside you, among many other things. What is the specific area of that realm of expression within hip-hop that is most meaningful to you? What do you see it as a vehicle for what you want to say?
There's a lot of power in words. And, when it comes to hip hop is a way of life. We can speak a lot of encouragement into kids when it comes to, telling these stories or telling our stories that people can relate to. And it makes people feel like they're not alone when they hear something that resonates with them. That's my favorite thing about like hip hop is, like you said, there's so many genres of what you want to listen to. If you want to listen to, selling drugs all the time, you're eventually probably going to end up selling drugs. You know what I mean? Like it's because it's that realm, like the power of it. What I'm saying? Like if somebody's telling you to do good all the time and you hear it and you hear it and you hear it, eventually you're going to be like, yo, I need to get my stuff together. And I just feel like there's just so much power in that art, in that kind of form. And, music is so influential across the board for anything. Oh, that's kind of loud, huh?
This is what happens when you have a radio station inside a music venue. But you finish your thought, though, man.
But yeah, it's very important. And I just, like you said, there's so much hip hop for so many different people out there. You don't have to be tied down to just one genre of hip hop. So there's choices out there for people. Yeah,
absolutely. So you really believe in the amplifying magnetic capability of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I even just performing songs, like I feel like people get hypnotized when they're when you're performing. There's just so much power in there, and the power of words are hypnotizing. And I think you kind of spoke on it, the speaking from within. Mm-hmm. I believe that when we speak these words and it comes from, like, you're speaking it into fruition. If you're talking about you want to have a big house and you rap about it, I feel like you can kind of speak that into existence, because I do believe in, the universe works for us. And we got to put it out there. So I know the power of this music and these words.
Absolutely. Well, if you are ready, we should get into our second song.
Let's go. I'm ready. Ready, Pike? Let's go. This is one of my favorites off the project. It's called It's Given. Shout out to Torrance Wade for making this beat. It's super, super dope, and it just got such a good feeling to it. Yeah. Hey, yeah, hey. Shout out to Julius behind the camera. Yeah. It's just that. Something about that. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get into this. Yeah. Look. Nobody innocent confess, my dear. Never had a choice, had to face my fears. Can't compare yourself to who the next man is. You just gotta keep your faith like that Bed-Stuy kid. They pocket watching, they politicking, they know I'm him. They socks is dropping, they out of options to pick and slim. The glass is vino, the tuck is suited, the best to do it. Hard to pursue it when you don't live what you rap in music. And mama said them feelings will come. If I'm anything like it, once I'm done, then I'm done. Give the shirt off my back, for your life give a lung. Hide the bodies for my daughters, dig the hole for my sons. Whoa, that's the lengths that I'm willing to go. As within, so without, as above, so below. See, the word on the street is that you reap what you sow. The smartest man ain't always rich, he probably on Skid Row. Being real is an illusion, depending on the perception. Piss poor planning prevents positive progression. So temporary feelings don't get permanent decisions. Every puzzle piece has its place, find out where it's missing. Never been the type to have my hand out, ayy. Stand up cats, always stand out, ayy. Learn to adapt if it don't plan out. If it don't, look. The hare and the turtle, it don't matter, run your race. Shout out my cousin who came home, I pray my cousin beat his case. Our realities are shaped by the conditions we are in. They not checking on you, why you checking on them? Cause most people searching for instant for gratification. It never happened, now they looking dumb, sitting waiting. Somebody should have told them that that feeling takes patience. That feeling takes patience. Hey, Lansky, man, Southwest if you know me. Somebody should have told them that that feeling takes patience. Never been the type to have my hand out, ayy. Stand up cats, always stand out, ayy. Learn to adapt if it don't plan out. If it don't plan out. Yeah.
You've been listening to local hip-hop artist Cash Lansky live in the studios on KXCI here. Again, thanks so much for coming in, Cash. I'm really excited about the new album, Man of the House. And out now on digital platforms, the vinyl's going to be available on June 17th. And I love that you're having release parties in this context of it. One, it's going to be at Empire Tattoo on May 10th, and the other at Neon Nico on the 17th. More information about how to attend those shows can be found at cashlansky.com. All right, let's talk about the album. I am fascinated by the title because that phrase, man of the house, has, a lot of different connotations. But the first thing that leaps to mind for me is the idea that that is a role that's being handed off to someone. Absolutely. When you say a man of the house, the first thing that I think of is, maybe there's a father figure or an older brother leaving, and they are letting the younger one know that they're the man of the house now. And I don't know if that relates to exactly what you're doing here, but it sure seems like it, given some of the subject matter you cover. Can you speak to the title?
You hit it right on the head.
Okay.
That's exactly where that title comes from. I don't know if that's like an old school title or what it is, but that's like, my mom kind of gave me that title at a young age. I didn't grow up with my dad. My mom and my grandmother raised me. So, I remember when my mom told me, hey, you're going to have to be the man of the house. And, when she told me that, I took a lot of pride and wore it as a badge of honor. I've been responsible since I can remember. I had to skip kind of my childhood and help my mom raise my brother and my sister through those times where she needed really a man of the house to step up. I had to step up. I had to be that one. And it's kind of translated in my music, and it's translated into who I am today, of being the man of the house. When I married my wife and I had kids, I made a promise to them as well that no matter what, I will always be the man of this house that y'all need. As long as I'm here and breathing, you'll never have to worry about what I went through. And that's like going back and breaking those generational cycles that happen in black communities, brown communities all over the world. And I wanted to make sure that I was the one to break that. So when I was putting this project together, I realized I was just releasing a lot of stuff that was kind of buried, and just the way that I carried myself, it was because I've had to be the man of the house. So that's kind of where that came from.
It's interesting that you bring up feeling that stepping up, and it sounds like an utterly valid feeling, that truncated your childhood and accelerated your level of responsibility. Do you feel like missing out on that is something that informs who you are as well?
Yeah. I used to get upset about certain stuff that I couldn't do. at a young age when all my friends were out playing and doing they were going to camps, and I couldn't go to camp because I had to make sure my mom got to work on time, my brother and sister got to school. I was like really had full-fledged responsibilities early. But I don't think I would ever change it because I am who I am today, and I feel like that plays a big part in the father that my kids have today. So yeah, I don't think I would ever change anything.
Yeah.
And then like, I think another thing is I don't have like the fear of missing out on anything. Like I feel like nothing is happening unless I'm there. So I never like ever feel like I'm missing out on anything. And I think that just developed over time of me being able to be like, okay, I have to sacrifice this time because my mom needs to do this. Don't even think about that fun that you could have had. So I know how to block that out. Like I've learned how to do that.
And you probably make sure those kids of yours have lots of fun now.
Oh yeah, they're always having fun. I don't know if any of you guys follow me on social media, but if you see, my kids are always having fun, traveling. You know, they've done so much more that I've done at the age that they are now, and I'm so proud of that. Like I take pride in being a father. I take pride in being a good dad. You know, everybody that's around me, like close friends and family, they're all great dads. Like I don't know any bad fathers, and I think it's everybody just trying to break that cycle. So yeah, my kids they live good. They're like, they have fun.
Yeah.
We do a lot. We do a lot for sure.
All right. Well, if you're ready to do another song, let's make it happen.
Let's go. This one is Take Some Time with Northview.
You're listening to Cash Lansky on KXCI.
Yeah.
You can keep the rose, yeah. Tons of young nigga got a bad history.
Look. Lord knows I am a simple man. Stand for everything I am. Fill these canyons with these grands. I'm mapping out this master plan. Double up now, double down. Gain traction and cover ground. Hate to see another brother down. I was searching for truth and this is what I found. Look, put on my kicks and I go. I got the patience, but I don't, but know that process is slow. I see you trying to throw shade, but you can't stop how I grow. I like weighing out my options, cons outweighing the pros. It's all or nothing, you cliff hanging, you satisfying. Caught you with your hand out, thought you was expecting something. Water under the bridge, God forgives, and I don't. Sell your soul for them blue strips, you know that I won't. Just because you can don't mean that you should. How you stand the test of time, right there, my killer, I stood. God told me I was great, so you can't tell me I'm good. You would've broke a long time ago from stuff I endured. Miss Tammy's oldest, one of the coldest, gave hope to hopeless. That presidential pack touchdown, I'm puffing on that POTUS. A hand up, not a handout, changing lives. I gave you notice, I need love while I'm still here. I need to feel it, you can keep them roses.
You can keep the rose, yeah. Tons of young nigga got a bad history.
Hear me out. Look, and you ain't seen this before. You can't give me no direction. You ain't been down this road. Gotta be good with your reflection. If you not, it'll show. That struggle come before success. And if you know, then you know. Let's be honest. Those are your problems, you gotta solve them. And no matter the situation, I just hope that you stay solid. Rather tell you to your face than wait to say it to your coffin. Your time is now, not tomorrow. It don't happen often, life is finicky. Ain't no question if this world is gonna remember me. Use these words to paint these pictures, peep the imagery. And you ain't have to say nothing, I felt your energy. You ain't have to say nothing, I felt your energy. But what do I know? Thinking about it now, most of my life based off survival. They let you down every time they say, don't ever meet your idols, cause the devil's playground is any mind that's sitting idle. Word, yeah.
You can keep the rose, yeah.
Hey.
Tons of young got a better history.
I need to find mine, yeah. Take some time, I need to find mine, yeah. Lucky I can't sing, I'll be an R&B sensation, baby.
You've been listening to local hip-hop artist Cash Lansky live in the KXCI studios here on the home stretch. I'm your host, Hannah. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you to Cash for being here.